Welcome to Fat Daddy's Outdoor Cooking. Where you at, Fat Daddy? Where you at? Yeah, we're cooking today. Get ready. All right, we got to smoke some pork butts, Boston butt. We're gonna put a bunch of them on this time, and but we've got to get this grill. I'm gonna do it tomorrow because they're frozen. We got to do some chicken legs over here on the Patio Master 6000 too. But over here on the smoker, let me show you what we got to do to it because I'll show you a trick. Let me see if you can see that. See all them little crumbles and stuff on there? You got to get that off, including up underneath here on this side and on the lid side, and of course on the grates, because if they fall off, you see that black stuff, that'll be on your food. It might leave an unpleasant taste. Let me get this stuff. Move, dog. Dog. Come on, man. All up in my grill. But so you just get a little scrub brush, a little wire brush, what I use. Just go over it. This is not what the video is, but look, I got to get this done, so I figured I'd show you, so that when you, and up underneath here, so that when you when you're grilling, and you know, you shut the lid, or maybe it should never slam, but you know, if you shut it a little too hard or something, you know, you're liable to have some black chunks on you, whatever you got in there. All right, we got the grill ready. Laid that meat out in there so you can see kind of about where it's going to lay out. See it all up in there. So about dark 30 in the morning, coffee in hand. All right, so on the seasoning, we're just going to get it on liberally because it's a big old chunk of meat. It can stand it. I'll put a little bit on the fat side because I'll show you why. So get it on all four sides there, or whatever round if you're doing a ham. So butts like that, and then I just roll it around like that and get the rest of that seasoning like that. So you want it covered like that right there, and then on to the smoke. I have already spared you the pain of getting this darling going. See that clean blue? That's what you want. That's what kind of smoke you need, and that's a matter of keeping. You just got to jack with it before you put the meat on here. Right there, that is dirty because I opened it up. You see? It'll get clean here in a second. Let's get that meat seasoned up and get it on this smoker. On this fire control, let me show you something. I always try to run mine. Let me show you the temp right quick. Where are we at? A little under 200 right there, right? It's no big deal to me. I'm just putting smoke on the meat. So, but on the fire control, you see I got these two big ones in there. They're really not lit, you know. That was just my base. Got the charcoal in there. There's a chunk of pecan on the bottom, and then there's a chunk of oak right there. But on fire control, it's a matter of just sitting and jacking with it. Try to get it going pretty good before you chunk your meat on there. Not the fire going pretty good, but the way you kind of want it. You know, you can adjust here if you want more oxygen, which means it's going to build your fire up. It's going to bring the temp up. That sucker's hot. And then over here on the damper, up here, you know, I crack that sucker open. That's going to make this other side breathe too, and it's going to breathe pretty good. So you just got to be careful. I mean, I'm not too concerned if she gets up 275 or something like that. I like around 250 smoking, or anywhere below that. You know, I'm not trying to cook the meat right now. I'm just putting a lot of smoke on it because once I wrap it, that's when I'm going to be cooking it. But we'll touch base on this in a little bit when I chunk some more wood on there. But the temperature's not that hot. We're at like almost 250, right? But you know what? I may just let it roll. But what you can do if you have to, if you got a blaze going and it's a little bit too much for you, just stand back, get you a little bit of water, just put it on there just a touch. Just calm the fire down. And then shut her back down, and there she is. That's what you got to do sometimes. So let's learn this right quick. So I got a lot of fire going right there. I just added a stick a little bit ago. So what we're going to do is we're going to control it up here because I don't want to shut the oxygen off over there. We're going to have some nasty smoke. So I'm just going to bring her shut right in there. Let me show you the temperature. Should have done that first. And it's still good. It's safe temperature, but like I said, I like it about right there, not much more on smoking. That's just me. Do it your way, but this is how Fat Daddy does it. So we're gonna cut her down right about there. And when she gets down and starts dropping a little bit on the blue, starts coming down in here somewhere, Let me get close so you can see what I'm dealing with. So I'm at 225. So I like that right in there. 250 is fine too. I just like it low and slow to get a lot of that meat smoked real good. Get that ring in there. Okay, so I'm gonna make myself clear. Over here, if I crack that sucker open, we're kicking. All right, it's gonna build the fire up. All right, which is gonna make our temperature go up. I'm gonna control it here. If I open that joker up, I'm gonna get more airflow because I've got the other end opened up where it's sucking in air, and it's gonna push more smoke out, of course, and I'm gonna get more heat here. I don't want heat right now. So my temperature's laying right, so I kind of want it right there. So, and I just added that stick, and she was blazing just a little bit too much for me. So I'm just going to kick it down about there. See? That's what we're doing. There it is. That's that gorgeous color you're looking for right there. That's what you're after. Just take your time, get it smoking. When that fat starts separating pretty good like that right there, that's what I like to see. Like that right there. Now it's time to wrap them up tight. Got to get them wrapped tight and bump up the temperature to, I don't know, somewhere around 250. You know, somewhere in there. I mean, not 250, 275 to 300 for 11 hours. I mean, for 3 hours or so to get them real tender. All right, got the right color. There it is. I just use a little rag so I don't tear up all the bark off of it. And then I'm gonna put it this away, and then I fold it twice, and I got the sheet temple, the old standard thickness, and I just do it like this right here. Then I fold it down like that, and bring these up like that, like that. Same thing on the other side. The whole goal is to put them tight. Don't poke no holes in it. So we went that way. Let's do this way this time. Like that, down, and then up. That, down, up, that. That's all there is to it. All right, we got everything wrapped. Check it out. Everything's wrapped up tight. Now get everything tight, y'all. Make sure they're tight, no holes in them. So now they're going to start steaming. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise the temperature up down here on this part. Let me get some tone. And just kicking all this wood over here to the side. Let's get the sucker getting to go. This time it don't matter about nasty smoke or not, because they're all right. All we want some good heat, good steady heat. Probably kicking around, like I said, probably about 275 to 300, and roughly about 3 hours. When that bone, when you just grab that bone and twist it just a little bit like that, and boom, you know, we'll test it probably about 3 hours from right now and see where we're at. Plus, you can tell when you kind of barely touch the bag, it's all squishy. You can kind of tell it's right. And I have let them run overnight, got the fire right, and was like, I'm going to bed. And then get up the next morning and get ready to roll. All right, here's what your nasty smoke smells like. I mean, looks like. Yeah, it stinks too. That's your dirty smoke right there. So when you shut this thing and you're not letting it breathe over here on this side, you shut her down, you know, to control the temperature, you're going to end up with some nasty, dirty smoke. That's not what you want. I'm covered in there, so I'm showing y'all what I'm talking about. But I was just showing baby girl what I was talking about because she didn't understand the dirty smoke from the, I said, and so I showed her the blue and the clean, and I said, smell that. She said, yeah, it smells like smoke. Then I shut her down and choked everything down and shut everything off like that. I said, get ready to smell this. So then popped it like that, and sure enough, big difference in the smell. I said, we're wrapped, so not gonna hurt our meat, but just wanted to teach her how to, what we're dealing with. Anyway, we just had to mess with some cows. They were messing with us. We got that figured out. And now let's get this temperature up. All right, my amigos, everything's wrapped. We're kicking it at what? What does that say? I can't even see it. 275, a little over 275, almost 300. Of course, it's just steadily popping out some goodness right there. And let me show you what the vent has looked like on this side. Okay. This started a little 3 hour. I mean, you see how much fire I got going on. This started a little 3 hour. That's hot. This is our 3 hour wrapped. Okay. And you can hear them. You can hear them in there. Y'all hear that? Just popping and sizzling. So they're just steaming, and they'll probably be done here in about an hour. Heck, they might already be done right now. Let that wood burn out, and we'll see. This just right here, steaming them up, tenderizing all that meat. We can just reach in there with your hand, just freaking grab a hold of it, and just squishes everywhere. If you're making pulled pork, we're making chopped barbecue, so we do it for tacos and chopped barbecue sandwiches and all that type of stuff. So there it is, my friends. Won't be long now, and the sun's going down. So, okay, on that rub, I never did get to the point on that. You pick whatever rub you want to rub those roasts down real good. Mine had chili powder, turmeric, for sure it had turmeric, a little bit of cumin, not much, brown sugar, salt, garlic, onion powder, just a touch of cayenne pepper, chili powder was in there. I make a big batch of it when I did it, so I'm just trying to make sure that was all that was in it. Let me recap my little brain. I'll be right back. All right, I did forget just a little bit of cornstarch and pepper. So you can use that restaurant style pepper, the big old chunks of it. I like that. That's my favorite, as far as on a steak or in a on a rub. But you can pick any rub. Like I said, any rub you want. Put it on. If you enjoy something, put it on there. It don't matter. It don't have to be what I just told you. But everything I just told you, you just kind of mess with it, mix it around. Yeah, that's good. Roll with it. And then rub it on your meat. Okay. So that's it, my friends. I got another couple hours of letting this roll down. It's going to be all real tender, pull apart with forks, or you squeeze it with your hand and everything goes everywhere. It's gonna be that kind of thing, but I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna yank the bones out of it, and I'll probably just let it roll all night. I'll be in bed, and this thing will still be rolling. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's not gonna burn nothing. I'm not gonna sit there and stoke the fire before I go to bed. But I don't know. If I get enough energy, I'll stay up and then just chunk everything on a big old pan and throw it in the refrigerator and get all this chopped up. So there's 6 big old roasts in there, so it's a lot of chopping. But, and you can pulled pork it too, if you want to make pulled pork sandwiches where they'll, stay together. But chopped does too good. It works good too. It tastes a lot. Doing it like this tastes a lot like a brisket. So, anyway, that's about the end of it. Thank y'all for watching. If you have any questions, chunk them in the comments down there at the bottom, and I'll try to get to them. See ya. Just a quick tidbit. If you want to see this meat on something, get ready, because I'm going to be making tacos and chopped barbecue sandwiches. You'll see this meat that I'm cooking today.